I look familiar to you? Oh, come on, get acquainted. There's a bench in the park newly painted.
Just
Great idea.
on it. It's all good.
Well, at least it's something to
Hello there, laddies. In last season, those that lieth betwixt. Mac here, as you may well know. Vitus is currently out right now, or whatever that was. You see, laddie, as punishment for the month-long absence, I am now responsible for having to do 5 episodes according to the bosses. So this is how Vitus felt back in Centralia. Anyway, laddies, here's how I see it. These upcoming 4 episodes will not be the most important, and you don't have to listen to them, but I would still like you to. I mean, they are pretty exciting, and they're going to be shorter little side stories, all of which will be given very useful clues at the end of this week. Now, who is Edith Hayes, anyway? Well, she's the daughter of one Millie Zerez from the Blood Red Fez scenario. You know, I wasn't even introduced yet as a character. I was just a twinkle in Vitus's eye, or something he would prefer to repress in the back of his imagination. Anyway, laddie, I think it was one of the better little side stories from Horror on the Orient Express. But now we see the return of her daughter here, and that's gonna give a whole new dynamic to the history of Professor Julius Smith and all that entails. So, who is the artist of Chelsea? What secrets lie at the Blue Pyramid Club? And what is her other career? Because she clearly can't make enough money being a bouncer. I mean, it's not the most well-paying career, but it's gotta be something though. Yes, K2, fine. I'll get to work on figuring out what to do about Viti. You know, Vitus is interesting to say the least. I think it's like something in Nyarlathotep or whatnot, but I'm not certain. It's kind of...
So, Edith, we've talked about your job as the bouncer for the Blue Pyramid Club, but we haven't talked about your secondary career. Let's talk about you as a pugilist.
Oh, yeah.
Women's boxing is not that much of a thing in the 20s, but it still is around as sort of a novelty of sorts. You're currently in the ring right now on a Tuesday night in the middle of London, right in Soho, is a bit of an entertainment move. You're currently it's the 3rd round. You got to get a knockout on this or else. So give me that give me a fighting brawl check.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Like you go up and this person, like I assume that's an extreme success for you, that too.
I'll double check, but I was...
Oh, it's certainly an extreme.
Yeah.
And then, like she tries to parry out of the way, but you just go straight for it. Roll me damage. Just your bare fists.
Just my fists?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You just, swing your boxing glove straight into her, jaw, and she just goes flying. Ref comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Knockout. Edith Hayes, your victor for the evening.
She's gonna make the biggest grin.
Yeah, bell rings. Dun, dun, dun. And it's another victory for you under your belt. How do you feel? What do you do? What's your celebration ritual?
Oh, she's already doing the classic arm over arm stretch, like when you lift your arms up and you kind of tilt to the side. Not in a show-offy way, but more like kind of proud, stretching out, almost as if the encouragement and the good vibes are just being slowly spread throughout her body as she makes her way out of the ring.
It's a small, dingy little boxing ring in Soho, but it works. It's a spectacle. It's a thing not every day you see women fighting each other, so people pay good money to see this, and it's a decent chunk of cash you get on the way out for your victory. With that extra cash, well, suddenly you might have something you can finally do in the morning. I mean, those random strangers you talked to the other day who have mentioned the murders recently had that whole painting thing they need you to look into.
It's true. I am an art aficionado, one would say. I don't know the words. I don't know how to paint to save my life, but I do enjoy the visual.
It might be, at this point, a good opportunity to consider using some of that spare cash you just gained to maybe acquire one of these. Give it a closer study. But you might want to also, get some information ahead of time. So if you want to review that newspaper article, decide what you want to do, maybe you'll just go straight to his house in the next morning or whatnot, or maybe you'll just handle that and go home. You can do whatever you feel like, but I leave it up to you.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna head home after that.
Oh yeah.
Nice round.
Oh,
yeah. I'm assuming I picked up the newspaper on my way out.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna read it, as a kind of almost a nighttime routine before bed. Read this over.
Yep. Mr. Shipley.
Yeah, is it okay if I read some of this out loud?
Yeah, go right ahead. Feel free.
Okay. So yeah, once I get back to my living arrangement, I'm just gonna sit kind of on top of the bed, legs sprawled, but looking at this article. Local artists' monstrous scenes mock surrealists. Sounds interesting.
Let's see here. You quickly look up where
Rival or surpass the worst nightmares of the Great War? That's a hefty assumption. Maidens Ravished is a bit overused in my opinion, but watching a man get ripped out by some monsters sounds grotesque, a little bit intriguing. The artist reportedly is in contact with other dimensions. This Shipley, Mr. Shipley sounds interestingly enough. Yeah. Looks like he doesn't.
With an artist of this renown, there might be more articles written on it.
True. Yeah, it seems like he's got a little bit of a history behind him so far with his work, and working up from what seems to be like no formal art training is pretty impressive in itself. I think I have a plan for tomorrow.
All right. So, morning comes. What's the idea?
So he doesn't have a does he have an exhibition, or is he just working at his own studio close by his home?
You're gonna have to do some digging to figure that out.
Okay, well.
To the library? To
Books.
the newspaper stand?
I'm gonna go to the newspaper stand.
Yep. There's like a local newspaper stand that you frequent on a regular basis. It's like smack dab in the middle of Soho. It's like this guy's like, "Hey, what you want?"
Have any more stories or info on that Miles Shipley fellow?
Artist, right?
Yeah, the surrealist mocker.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, one moment. I think I've got something lying around here for a couple of pounds. Yeah. Consider this. There we go. A couple of old mags from a while back. Let's see. Yeah, the Bloomsbury Art Collective. That'll do ya.
Bloomsbury Art.
It's a little magazine that like talks about art.
Oh, so like pretty pictures? Lots of
Yep.
or just
Artists, articles, interviews.
Nice.
It talks about Shipley in here. It mentions how Aleister Crowley bought a couple of these paintings. Algernon Blackwood, writer of like supernatural ghost stories, bought a Shipley and he hangs it in his study. Austin Osmond Spare, both the artist and the occultist, is rumored to have praised Shipley's paintings following a gallery viewing. It's like real big occult people really dig this guy's paintings.
That's an interesting clientele. I guess
he's said to be highly egotistical.
Shipley?
Yeah, Shipley said to be highly egotistical, and also that he still lives with his mother.
Interesting duality there.
His painting is he paints in the upstairs attic of his house, which is also where he sells his paintings from.
Okay, so at home studio from childhood home, presumably.
Yeah.
So is the address of his mother's house listed in the magazine? Or
Oh yeah, you can go there. It's in. Oh no, it's in Chelsea.
Chelsea.
So, a brief explanation. Soho is, again, a poor entertainment district, right? It's like made for lower class sort of folks, but it still has, it caters to higher class clientele. But the people who live and work in Soho, not really the highest of groups. And meanwhile, Chelsea is like really got some powerful people who live in Chelsea. Like,
got it.
Powerful people live in that city.
Of
the city.
Like powerful people that
Politicians
know they're powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably his ego is not the biggest in that area. Even.
But it's still big.
It's still big? Okay, that's good to know.
It's still big per the magazines. It's just, oh no.
This will be a time. Okay.
Finding his house is a little bit of a journey, but it can be done. You eventually get there. I'll post a map. It's this older house. It's a little bit, ramshackle in a way. But it gets the job done.
And he
If,
would work in the attic?
He works in the attic, yes. In fact, you can see him painting from up there right now. So, what's your plan of attack? What will you do?
Well, I mean, already at the artist's house.
Doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you're just gonna walk in there. You could just sneak in there if you felt like it.
But he lives with his mom. I want to respect. I don't want to disrespect a mother.
Yep.
By sneaking in. Gosh. But who's to say his mother isn't working right now? So, gonna knock on the door.
Yeah. And out comes this. Hey, coming, Daddy.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, yes. Pleased to meet you. And she just, like she said, this like very old woman, Bertha. Said, my name's Beth. Are you here to see my son's work?
Oh yes. Oh, you must be so lucky, happy to have a son so artistic and imaginative.
Oh yes, it's quite good. He got this very nice house in Chelsea. Come on. And it just like it starts walking you up, taking you up the stairs. Oh yes, do pardon the mess a bit. It is a bit of a rough thing to deal with. And you start ascending the staircase higher and higher, and eventually you meet, Miles in the middle of painting his next fucking masterpiece. Like he's like really intense as he's painting, like as he's painting like crazy, just trying to see what he can do. Here, let me show you some of his paintings.
Okay. Ooh. I saw the lizard person. This is all internal.
Okay.
I am trying to be as quiet as possible if we're behind him and he's in the zone.
Yep.
Does that mean I can control his mom if she pipes up? But okay. So for you listeners out there, we have a lovely painting of a lizard man. I presume a lizard man. Got the classic reptilian green look, and it looks like he's like maybe sewing something of skin, perhaps, but also could just be some sort of sewing, embroidery, surgery of sorts. Below Lizard Man, it looks like there's a painting of some Egyptian whatnot events. There's 2 pyramids, there's horses, there's someone riding the horses. And then some figures behind the horses, which I hope are just people and not something scary. But at the same time, it's kind of blurry, kind of seem a little ominous. To the lower right, we've got the classic stabby stab going on into someone's thoracic cavity by a figure in a dark hood. And the other 2 paintings, I can't even explain one of them except figure, tongue instead of a head, it seems. Structure, maybe a coliseum. Unaware, this is where my lack of history comes in. And then, you want to help out, Nash?
I'll talk about the top one. A bunch of people surrounding a fire and seemingly worshipping a sort of a Baphomet-looking figure in the back there, but it's really hard to tell.
Yes, very Baphomet-y. We can't see the lower portions, but the top, very much Baphomet.
Yeah. And the painting that was below that you were describing, there's a mountain in front of this giant man with a tongue for a head. And, he's working on this, like, really big canvas. Like, when you go to the art museum and you see, like, a really big, like, old Renaissance painting?
Oh, yeah,
like 3 people
Huge.
stacked on top of each other. That's what he's working on right now, and it's huge. And it's a depiction of this jungle sort of atmosphere, like like this complex jungle sort of place with labyrinthian towers and amazing structures, and sort of these weird, more of the dinosaur people you saw in the first painting.
Okay, dinosaur-y. Okay.
Dinosaur-y lizard people, yeah.
Dinosaur-y lizard people. In like a tropical forest atmosphere?
Yeah, but they're like wearing like fully advanced robes and whatnot. And he's like just going, "Not now, mother. I'm painting up my brilliant thing. A brilliant looking painting there, dear. Oh, so wonderful."
These are if please, Edith is gonna try her best to be polite, but so I guess medium voice. Yeah, these are amazing, fantastic work.
Oh, yes. They're fine, but this will be my masterpiece. And he continues to keep like going at it with like all the brushes he has, and like really just trying to see what he can do with it.
By the passion you're expressing in your strokes right now, I can tell. If you don't mind, when you find a good stopping place, if you'd like to chat about a purchase potentially, I'll be right here observing these paintings for the time being.
Oh, do you want some tea, dear?
Oh, I would love some tea.
Oh, yes. She goes rushing down to go retrieve some. And so and he's just painting furiously. So, what brings you? What makes you think you can that you're ready to acquire some of my work?
Should I roll should I roll charm maybe?
Charm or credit rating?
Okay, charm I'm a little higher with. Okay, that is gonna pass.
Put a check mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say? Like, what do you try to pull?
Yes, this is what I'm trying to pull. I have actually been employed in a archaeological trust that deals with certain I don't want to say, I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. I don't want to necessarily say occult because they're not outright
mystical, new
mystical.
age.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they actually have a branch of their trust that focuses on more mystical, new age ideas. And if you will let me compliment you, so sir, inspirations that will probably be, referenced and mentioned in history for the future for certain art movements, and thus our history movements, because art is just important as other historical events in predicting and categorizing how we'll go from here.
Yeah. Yes, I see. Well, in that case, I could be willing to sell a few of the smaller ones then, ones that haven't been as popular. Maybe you could consider some of those. And he continues to really get into his stroke movements. But yes, the price will be around about £500, I want to say, is currently my talking point for just for 2 of the smaller paintings I've been working on.
Okay, so £500 for either of the smaller paintings, you said?
For both of those.
For both of them. Ooh. That would be great, actually. Well, side comment, how much money did I make last night?
You get like a couple £100 from winning the fight.
Okay, so I should be able to cover.
You should be able to cover it, and if you join the trust, they might help cover that expense if you buy it.
Oh, that's true. I did say it's for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the two smaller painting, let me ask him.
Yeah.
Can you direct me to the two smaller paintings again? Unless they're the-
Yes. And he gestures you towards the one of the person of the giant thing behind the temple at the mountain and the people worshiping the demon thing.
Okay.
He continues to just keep painting. Like he gestured with his brushes while he was focusing on this. Bertha comes back up and goes, "Hey, here you go, dear. Here's your tea." And she passes you a cup.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to do
This
it.
smells wonderful.
Ah, yes, brewed it myself. Homemade specialty.
Ooh.
And, goes, "So do we have a sale?" Yes, Mother, I believe we do.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Here, let me just get those wrapped up for you very soon. And Edith, I assume you've just drank the tea.
Oh gosh, you
Roll
just,
Constitution. Roll Constitution.
I can't say no to a sweet mother.
I know. Roll Constitution.
No.
I'm evil.
You knew I'd fall. Okay. Roll.
We all
Constitution.
knew. No one suspects the tea.
Okay, I just typed right out of the wrong chat. Okay. I should have snipped it. She should have snipped it. Okay, I passed, luckily.
You pass, but all that means is that you get to stay conscious while this happens. You feel your limbs fall weak to the floor.
Is this why he paints such... Never mind. Okay, keep going.
The old woman with, like, all of a sudden the strength of 10 men lifts you up and starts dragging you downstairs into the basement, puts you up with this other woman, ties you up, and then says to you, "You will make a delicious snack later." And then she walks up, and then she goes upstairs.
Oh gosh.
Thinking you're passed out when you're not.
No, I'm not passed out. I'm pissed.
You're just mad, but you can't really do anything about it. You just see a couple of empty vials on the ground that say, plutonium drug. Courtesy, Mr. Corbett. Weird. I'm sure that detail will just be a fun Easter egg and have nothing to do with a plot line from 1923.
So, I'm tied up, passed out down here, or I was
a couple of hours pass, and you finally gain like full consciousness of your head back. You can kind of move that around again.
Okay, yeah, nice head roll. Probably feel a little stiff.
And this other woman who's tied up next to you then glances over at you and goes, "What happened? What? Huh?"
How is this other woman, like, about my age? Is she a little younger? A little older? Hopefully not a child.
She's about your age. She's very young. I'm gonna show her the photo, but you don't know the name yet. There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna say, you drink the tea too?
What? Yes, from that sweet old lady.
Okay, I feel a little better that I was not the only one that fell for that, but yeah, it was drugged.
Do I know you from? You're the bouncer at the Blue Pyramid Club.
It's nice to feel noticed for once. Right?
Yes. I attend there on a regular basis.
Okay.
Name's Zara Shafiq.
Edith Hayes.
Pleased to meet you. When this is all over, we'll handle this shortly. Do you know what they're doing up there? What on earth are they?
Well, I was about to purchase 2 paintings, and then lady gave me some tea. I was none the wiser because she just seemed like a very sweet mother. And as I have a pretty strong constitution, bouncer, you know. She mentioned something about eating us. So I don't know how familiar you are with unnatural paranormal stuff, which it seems to be more and more real than I'd like to admit. I don't think that's a human, mother.
I'm afraid it's a passing hobby of mine. But it's just something you pick up when you work in my line of work.
Well, that passing hobby may just save both our necks. Happen to know anything that could appear human but have a slight slithery lisp raspy voice, maybe like a snake, but I don't want to just assume based off the lizard person painting.
I mean, that would say a lot if it was lizard people, but honestly, I'm just forgive me, I'm still gathering my mind. I saw something when I was drugged earlier.
What'd you see?
I saw I'm not quite sure where I was, but it was this underwater city, and the steps were like going in all different directions. It's like Atlantis, but worse.
I'd love to talk about more of the fun things we've seen, but also feel like time may be of the essence here. So let's see if we can get out.
Make a strength check. Your limbs are coming back to you.
Ooh.
Pass.
If I spend 5 luck,
might be worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you pass that check, and you're you just break out of the ropes as best you can, loosen them up, and then you wiggle your way out. So I was like, "Can you help me here, please?"
Yeah, of course. I should have my switchblade on me, so I can just get that out and cut the ropes.
All right. Now we've got to be careful here. We can't do anything too brash.
Right. So, can you describe the setup of this room so I can get a visual?
Yes, I will give you the visual. The room itself is can be described as very dingy, dirty, and just a generally unpleasant place to be. But the basement of the house is, you're in this room. It's filled with clutter and junk all over the place, boxes that remain unopened. There's a little door that seems to go deeper into the basement itself, but that door seems to be a little bit obscured.
Will rolling spot hidden help?
Yeah, it would.
Okay. That is not going to pass, unfortunately.
Well, let's see if Zara can do it. But she can.
Oh, bless.
She goes, "Oh, okay, I see how to open this." She steps on this little panel, and there's a secret door that slides open. Okay, what's down here?
Can I hold my arm against her from entering?
Yeah.
Okay. See, one second. Just let's look around the top first before we go into deeper and potentially no exit of an opening.
That's a good point.
How many of those vials are down there? Are they just all empty of the?
They're just empty of the plutonian drug, as it's called.
Okay. There's none left of it then, or no other drugs down there?
Not in this basement. Not in this part of the basement.
Okay. In this part of the basement, there's no other. There's no. I assume there's no windows.
Yeah, it's a basement.
Yes. My brain was just like no windows, just showing, the potential granite layers. Okay. Cool.
Again, this is an old building, so you would see like old stone passing through wood, but has to like the wood to cover it up.
Worth a shot. Okay. Yeah. So since it looks like there's no other, and I assume the way to the next floor is likely locked from the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It seems like there's no way out without making a noise that would alert that mom. Okay. Yeah. It seems like. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Zara. Is it?
Yeah, Zara
Okay.
Shafiq.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Zara and be like, okay, yeah, this seems like the only option right now.
The door to the upstairs. There is a staircase upstairs, but yeah, you are pretty right in assuming it's locked from the other side.
Yeah, I don't want to risk making a noise if it even was unlocked. Okay, yeah, let's go.
You go into this like secret room. It's very clear and it's very empty, save for a shelf on the this like one shelf / working space. It has a bunch of vials of different chemicals on here. One box of them says like Massachusetts 1923. Another box says the Nays 1925. Just kind of marking where they got them from when the shipment was received. It's all these different types of drugs and whatnot.
I'm gonna look at Zara and be like, you a scientist at all? Any of these vials seem interesting to you?
I can try something. Yes. So I work in spices.
Oh,
Like,
the spice shop by the Pyramid Club? That specific?
Yep, that's me. Yep, that's my establishment. I do know some chemistry as a result, but not a lot. I can confirm for you right now, though, these are drugs I've never seen before.
I mean, well, we're here breaking out. If you want to test out any, by all means, you'll probably do better use of them than the woman down here. Down here? Gosh, we're in her basement right now.
Yeah. My card, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, you'll probably have much better ingredients to make a tea than this woman here. Okay. So we've got, I guess, her.
There's also a barrel in this room.
There's a what?
There's a barrel in this room.
Can I lift it?
Yeah, it's pretty empty.
Okay. Pretty empty? Does that mean there's like something inside?
No, yeah, it's like 100% empty. Like there is it's only just the wood in there.
Okay. It's kind of peculiar.
Yes, indeed.
Could I open it up and try to smell it?
Yeah, sure. You smell the wood. Zara gives you a bit of a queer look. And Yeah, make me a spot hidden check.
Okay, sniff and look at it. That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna close my
Close my eyes and
close
smell
my eye
the-
and take a big whiff. Okay, yeah, that's gonna pass. That's gonna pass on hard.
Nice.
I'm
Looking
just
at
gonna
inspecting this barrel, you're able to crack it open, and you realize, oh, there's like a bit of a piece of paper in here from like a while ago, and it's it's not just a floor plan of the house, but it's also it's got marked out that there is a secret passageway to get all the way to the garden.
Oh, well. I'm gonna look at Zara and be like, next time I sniff a barrel in your presence, see it as a good omen.
I'll be sure of that.
I assume she hasn't, or if she has seen it, just tell her to take a look at it as well. So we have two eyes.
Let's see. So if we... okay. So she slides over like this other little secret panel, which reveals a little passageway with like with a ladder. You take the ladder, and it brings you up to the little small backyard garden, and you push a flagstone out of the way, and you're able to like emerge into the garden.
Whew. Fresh air seems a lot nice. Is it a big garden?
It's very small. It's like a small, like little backyard, really. There is a gateway out, but there is a padlock over it.
How tall is the gate?
Pretty tall. You could both climb over it if you really wanted to. But on the other hand, maybe getting rid of the serpent woman might be a better option.
Maybe. I mean, we have more room right now, that's for sure. I assume I didn't carry the barrel with me all the way out.
You didn't. Can you make me a spot hidden check?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not. That spicy tea just ruined Edith's eyes today. That does not pass.
Honestly, you're better off not seeing some things.
Okay.
Zara failed as well. All right. So yeah, the two of you are currently outside of the house. You could climb over the fence and maybe try to approach it from a different direction. You could go in through the back door and see what happens.
So there's
also two windows into the house if you want to peer in and see what you see.
Oof. Okay, so we could peer in through the windows. It seems climbing the gate won't be too easy since it sounds like a big gate.
It's pretty big.
I'd be tempted to launch Zara, but honestly, if we're going against the lizard woman, I could use some backup.
Yeah.
Even if it's for distraction. Okay. I'm gonna ask, Zara, do you have any weapons on you?
Pulls out a Derringer.
Okay.
Little tiny pistol.
Okay. Are you a good shot?
Pretty good.
Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good with the hand-to-hand combat.
All right. Let's go for this.
Yeah. So let's peer through the windows. Are there two different ones?
There's two different windows. One peers into the kitchen, the other the living room. Or sorry, parlor.
The parlor. Okay.
Also, no, but sorry, I misread the dynamic. No, that really is the dining room. There's a dining room and a kitchen, and you can peer into both.
Okay. I feel like since I assume that she's in the house still, but in case she's wandering around, I think splitting up to look into the two windows is not the best play. So we'll go to the window that's closest to us and
Yep.
peer in, and then do the
You-
same with the other one.
You look into the kitchen, and you peer in, and you don't see anyone there. Dining room is a similar story.
Okay.
You realize though the door into the house would lead into the kitchen first.
Mm. So if she was to have left, she would go through the kitchen first.
Or through her front door.
Or through the front. Okay.
Or she could still be in the house. There are many
could-
options.
Okay. For all you know, she might just be slithering on the floor and we can't even see her through window. So many options.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Is there a place to sit in this garden? Can we just like sit against the wall for a second and try to talk this? Okay.
Yeah. You sit up against the wall. You just kind of like listen in, see what you can hear, and eventually, you just hear a really disgusting noise. And eventually, you just hear a very muffled shout. Coming, dear! And she starts going up, and you start hearing her go up the stairs.
Okay. I assume doing a listen check on that wouldn't have let me figure out what was being said.
I think you could if you want to, like, if you want to enhance, like, just like we can redo that and like I can give you a more clear version of what was said if you pass.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, it's gonna pass. That's gonna pass.
I think it's almost finished.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was exactly on extreme. Okay, almost finished. Cool. Ooh, almost finished. That could also mean not much time. Okay.
She's gone.
She's
up
going
the stairs.
upstairs. Okay, I'm gonna tell Zara that. She's in there. She's going up the stairs. Apparently, a painting's about to be finished.
Let's hurry.
Yeah. So, best way to get through would be back through and up. No. I mean, we could try to get back through and up and then break through the basement. Or we could try to sneak through the back. Did you say the back door was with the garden? Or
Yeah, the back door's with the garden.
okay. Then
then she shows and she tries something. Oh, hey, it's open. And you just go into the back door.
Okay. Let's go.
You walk into the kitchen. You see some very disgusting diagrams about how to carve up a human.
Yummy! Wow. I you can choose to have that be what I said actually. Either a really sarcastic comment by Edith or internal commentary by Geo, but
Yeah.
okay, so it looks like pretty much how to fillet a human.
Yep.
In all different. Okay. Are there any knives out on the table, like easily seen?
A couple of like knives in a holder, but nothing currently being prominently displayed or worked upon.
Okay, to be safe, I'm just gonna grab some of those and like, if it was quicker to throw them out somewhere, but I think just hiding them.
They'd be as effective as your own knife as a weapon, by the way.
Okay, maybe I'll grab one to be safe.
You grab a good meat cleaver.
Yeah, I was more thinking of just getting it away if she comes down.
Yep. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go into the dining room or do you want to go into the hallway?
And to get upstairs, is it hallway upstairs?
You have to go to the hallway and then up the stairs, yeah.
And there's not much in the hall. Was there not much in the hallway?
There was not much in the hallway.
Okay, but if you're going from, this is me trying to think really tactical about this. Okay, so going downstairs to the hallway. If you're going downstairs, you're gonna see anyone in the hallway immediately, right? It's not like a dark.
Yeah. It's
Okay, we're
it's
gonna
lit.
Okay, we're gonna stay right outside the hallway then.
All right. Do you want to go into the dining room?
Does the dining room lead into the hallway?
No, it then leads into the parlor.
Okay. I say really quickly, we go into the dining room and just make sure there's no one else in there.
Nope, no one's in the dining room.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be like right outside the hallway, like both flank aside. Actually, wait, I'm gonna talk to Zara real quick. In terms of like your strength and I guess reflexes, do you want to just be in a spot where you can shoot from far away and I can be towards the ground
Yeah,
if
you
the
take
shot
point.
doesn't hit? Okay.
All right. Go into the parlor. There's a bunch of like scattered like books and ledgers around in here.
Scattered, like just messy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just maneuver around the papers, I guess. See if anything catches my eye. Can I roll spot hidden and maybe this time my eyes
Yep.
will work. Oh girl.
No.
No. This is just not my eye day.
Oh, look. There's
You see something?
Yes. There's some ledgers here discussing buying shipments of chemicals.
She seems to like her drugs.
No, but what's interesting though is that there's also like apparently some of these are like being used for the pigments.
Like, I mean, I've heard of painters accidentally eating their paint water, but
No, I think she's doing something with these, like putting them in the paints.
can you tell if they're hallucinogens or toxic or?
Some of them are just out there, like 3 bottles of. I think those are frog eyes. I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay.
Mouse brain. What looks to be some sort of chemical from one particular farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah, it's pretty out there.
Like traditional farmer, or are we talking like an organ farmer type?
Like a traditional farmer. Like I think this is a plant he grows.
Oh, okay. And you're thinking that she's mixing these into the paints for some
reason.
That's just a little. I mean, the paintings were already described as grotesque, but if that stuff is being mixed in pigments as well, it's a whole new level.
I think we need to get back up there and see what's happening.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm not saying I'm scared by lizard mother, but her drugs really took you out a while back.
But we now know not to take them. So if we can just
That's true.
So if we keep our distance, we could be able to take her out. Like this, we should have the upper hand. Why would she rely on drugging us if that was the case? Why wouldn't she just attack us?
You know, that is an excellent point. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna Yeah, okay. Sorry. She's just mumbling because there's still that disconnect of lizard people are real now. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can go up there. They've been up there for a while. We haven't heard the stairs. But let's still try to be sneaky. Okay.
Roll stealth. She passes.
Ooh, let's see. Edith does not pass.
Do you want to push that?
At this point, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, that's good.
You're able to get up the stairs without alerting anyone to yourself. From upstairs, you hear, I'm gonna go gonna go take a rest. That's fine, dearie. I will just take some time admiring your new work. He's coming downstairs. Quick, what do you do?
Gosh. Are we already like halfway up the stairs, or are we in the hallway?
Yeah, you're on the second floor. You need to go one more floor up to get to the attic. There are 4 doors. Pick one.
Okay, Is Zara just gonna go in whatever door I go into?
Yes.
There's no hiding underneath the stairs like a monkey. Okay. Then we're just gonna go into the door to the left.
All right. You go in there, and it's a perfectly fine, well-made bedroom.
Oh, yes.
He walks down. You hear him walk past the door, and he goes to the wall. Like, he walks into the room on the other side of this wall and just plops onto that bed.
Are you ready? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just check. You got your gun ready, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's get back up there.
You make your way up. And as you eventually arrive, you see before you this, like this terrifying creature. It's green and muscly. It looks like the thing from the painting earlier you saw. It's of a sort of dinosaur man. And he turned and he's admiring the painting that's now finished before him. Like, he's got this like this full jungle with old ancient golden buildings and complex structures. This is the creature you see before you. Make a sanity check.
Okay.
Let me get that name up.
Ooh, okay. I think that is.
No sanity loss. You're good.
Yeah.
You hold your nerve.
I'm still pissed that I got drugged by
this horrifying thing.
Ooh, that. Ooh, that.
You have
that
the upper
underbite.
hand. He doesn't see you.
So how tall is this thing again?
Oh, it's about 9 feet tall.
Okay.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Pretty big, pretty muscly. Got some sharp pearlies with an underbite, which is better than an overbite in this situation. Okay. I assume Zara's gonna shoot, but I don't know if she's a little.
She's just kind of shaking
frozen.
a little bit. It's like, on your cue.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna touch her shoulder for a second, and yeah, okay, same page, and I'm gonna for this first part, I'm gonna get out my revolver as well.
So are we gonna fire 3 shots or just 1?
Ooh. Because we have the advantage right now, I'd say fire 3.
Yep. And because it's a big target, you just roll 3d100s normal. Oh wait, she would only have 2. 1 moment.
Okay.
So how many of those shots pass?
1.
Wait,
One of them passed.
Is it at extreme?
Let me check. One of them passes, but on hard, not on extreme.
Do you want to use luck to make it extreme?
Actually, yes, because it would just be 3. So yes.
Yes, you deal max damage.
Okay. So max damage.
The
Okay.
8. And so with your combined skills, like you just like take the shots and you see this serpent turn around and go, "What the?" And it stumbles backwards and falls into the painting. It falls into the painting, and as you look at it, you just see one of the like serpent people in the painting. Now there's like another one in there who looks like it's falling backwards and looks like it has blood pouring out of it.
Oh. Okay.
And it looks like he's frozen in time or something.
Oh.
Like just in the painting. He's now in the painting.
Edith is just staring at that painting and just not moving. It's just all in there. Did you see that too?
Yes. Should one of us look?
Look, as in.
Do you want to do it or should I?
Personally, I think if either of us sticks our heads in there, we may not come out with one.
All right.
But can we look around the art studio and see if there's any type of stick or?
Yeah, you can grab like a really big, like a really big paintbrush. Or actually, yeah, roll luck. Roll luck.
Okay, that's gonna pass.
There is a spyglass in here that was used as a prop for an older painting.
Oh yes.
All right, you gonna go for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Zara that if I start flinching, pull me out of there, and I'm gonna get the spyglass, put it onto my hopefully now more functioning left eye, and just start sticking it into the painting.
Gazing into there, you see this lost jungle continent filled with cities and serpent people with advanced technology beyond your comprehension. In it, you see you see something that is along the lines of a schematic for some kind of rocket ship that 2 of them are working on. But how would they have such a... Just as somebody begins to notice the eyeglass, you pull it out. You also did see the corpse of that one lizard person on the ground.
Okay. So
you didn't kill it, there's just more of them there.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming that dino fell in to a point where the other people can see there's a new dead dino.
In addition, it appears that the portal is one way.
Oh?
Once you fully cross through to the other side, you couldn't cross back.
Okay. It's good spyglass went in there then. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to very exaggerately just close the spyglass and kind of shorten it again. And then tell Zara, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Just if you want to know everything I saw in there, we can meet up for drinks at Two Starving Gnolls. But for now, if you
I might take you up on that offer. Actually, I've got some things I need to share myself.
Yeah, sounds good. Seem pretty. I mean, all circumstances aside, it was pretty fun to hang out with you today.
You know what? I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mix of laughing and also just exasperated sighs.
Do you want to pick up the do you want to take the paintings you wanted to buy? Because I'm still gonna pick up the painting that we ordered.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Make sure there's a good glass case over the painting itself.
Oh, that's smart thinking. Real quick, do you want to look at the paints and see if anything seems odd to you? Since you're talking about those chemicals earlier?
Yes, let me take a shot at looking at this. Yeah, I can't make heads or tails of this.
Gotcha. Can I look around real quick and see if there's just like any, even if it's like a what seems to be like a used palette pad in the trash or something, or anything that you take back with me?
Yeah, you can pick one up and take it with you.
Okay, rad.
I'm sure somebody with psychometry would be able to really help you out with figuring out what's going on there. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
I'm giving you a hint for the future.
Okay.
Awesome. As you're looking around a bit more, it would appear as if, though, nobody came rushing up at the sound of gunshots, implying that he is fast asleep down there right now.
He worked hard. He made a very big painting. Must have taken a lot of mental energy out of him. Or even the fumes from that paint, for all we know, have the same effect as that tea. I think it's best if we don't wake him up.
Do you want to go downstairs and take a more thorough look at those accounting books that we saw earlier?
Since we're not rushed for time, yes.
Going down there, Edith, make me an accounting roll. I just want to see how quickly you're able to do this.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't invest in accounting, did you?
Well, you did.
Everyone's like, accounting is a useless skill, Nash. I'd never pick accounting, and I'm like, fuck you. Accounting is important.
I still have 50 points in reserve. Would this
could be a time to put 50 points in accounting if you felt like it. Or 25.
Okay, I'm gonna put in 25. So we get a little more of accounting on our side.
Yes, I love that, like, again, everybody's like dismisses accounting as a useful skill. Alright, give us that accounting check.
That does not pass because I only put in 20.
Do you want to push it? But I will say, some people might arrive if you take too long.
Oh, gosh.
Do you want to push? You might be missing a vital clue.
Yeah, but I got Zara with me. I don't want to hurt the girl. Okay. This is think, Edith. Think. Pushed once and it worked.
Do you want to ask Zara for help?
Oh my gosh, yes.
She runs a business. She would have a decent accountant.
You're like, hey Zara, want to look at these one more time? I think there might be something useful in here.
So if you push this, you'll have advantage this time. So passing it would let you get a check on that skill. But rolling with Zara would be a more guaranteed check.
Mm. I'm going to be a little stubborn and I'm going to push it and hope nothing bad befalls us.
Yep, give us a roll.
No!
Fumble!
No! Viewers, we got a 100.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So you're digging through these records and you're tearing them apart. You're figuring it all out and you slowly discover, aha! Edward Gavigan bought a painting from here, and it's apparently entitled The Secrets of Flight, which is a very interesting painting to buy from him. You'll have to see what the exact painting looks like, but that's pretty interesting. However, as you're tearing apart all this accounting and going through this, eventually there's a knock at the door. Metropolitan Police, open up! We heard gunshots! Is everything okay in here?
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna look at Zara. Basement.
I was thinking the garden, personally, but...
Garden? Garden's closer.
Yep.
Okay.
Wanna go jump over that fence?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright, make a dex check, and then to see if you get over the fence.
Edith is
Oh, sorry,
having
or
a
a climb
time.
check, whichever is better.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's see.
You look at that fence and you go, oh, that looks a little bit too high. Wait, does it pass your dex?
No.
If you push it, because right now all you've done is that fence is pretty high up, and it's like, come on. If you actually push it, you make an attempt to jump the fence.
I regret not just disguising myself as a grandma. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna push it. It's half and half on the pushing this time, y'all.
All right, good luck.
Oh, the y'alls are coming out. Okay, that one passes.
You pass, yes.
Oh.
Zara then goes for the jump and makes it.
Oh,
You
yes.
just duck down the alleyway and get moving.
Okay.
You agree to split up, and that, when you meet up with the rest of the gang, you'll meet up again at the 2 Starving Knolls. But for now, you guys spend some time apart.
Yeah, sounds good.
The next day,
painting's safe?
yeah, you got the paintings. You had time to wrap them up and put them under your arm.
Okay. Good.
And as you jump and as you start getting away, the next day, Wednesday, you read in the paper that Mr. Shipley has been taken to the insane asylum because he describes that that he doesn't know that he did it, but he apparently shot his mom in cold blood because she was controlling and abusive, according to him. Always insisting that he paint a very particular thing for her that he never liked, and he destroyed that big canvas he was working on. Do you want to make an int check to kind of piece together the full story, or do you want to tell me your hunt?
Well, Can you repeat what the paper said?
The paper says that Shipley has now been put into the asylum. He said that he was, basically abused by his mom, and that he was being forced to make a painting that he never wanted to make.
And that he destroyed the painting afterwards?
Yes, before the cops showed up. Or while the cops were there, he destroyed that painting, that big canvas of his.
The only hunch I have is I assume I'm just reading, like, just.
If you want a pointer, give me an int check.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give you a pointer.
Pointer would be nice. That does not pass.
Consider the following. Why would... Because I would just tell you something flat out if you passed, but I'm going to have to just give you a new question then.
Okay.
Why would the serpent person need so many drugs if she just needs to eat some people every now and again? There must be a second thing the serpent is doing with the drugs.
I mean, okay, so
He's claiming he was abused by his mother, who is the serpent.
yes. I
Not
assume yeah, okay, so maybe the drugs were kind of like hallucinogens that made him think that the serpent was his mom.
I'm going to say more like a sedative,
Okay.
just to kind of keep him placid and docile. The sort of idea is that he was basically being manipulated into making these paintings, which were portals to other places.
Did he have the ability to make these portals, or do you think it was because of the materials in the painting?
Because of the
paint
materials in the
themselves?
paint. Because of the materials in the paints. They became portals.
Kind of. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with the right word, but just a different physical state than liquid type of potion, because paints are more solid.
Yeah, it's more like, it's like a solidified potion. Like, once the potion solidifies, it becomes a portal to somewhere else. Or when else, I suppose.
Gosh, that poor man. So he's just being forced to... I mean, it sounds like he made money. The occultists loved it, but never considered that it wasn't even his own, passion. More like a compulsion mixed with that sedation.
And it is at this point that you go back to your job at the Blue Pyramid Club, spending time waiting to see when the others get back so you can finally figure out just what the hell is happening in this town you used to think. How sane it used to be. And when Friday comes, you make your way to the two starving gnolls, eager to share what you know.